Boy! Your mother's knife. It belongs to you now.
What for?
A test. She taught you to hunt, yes?
Yes, sir.
Then show me what you know. I am hungry.
God of War is back. Of course, one of the biggest announcements during the Sony PlayStation conference for E3 2016. Kratos is back. He's back with an axe. He's back with the sun. But the thing that strikes me the most is the new environment, this new beautiful Norse environment. Why the switch and what is Kratos doing here?
Sure. In God of War, the first thing we're doing is reimagining God of War as a whole. That includes the gameplay, the combat, the controls, as well as the setting. And what we wanted to do was, this is a new chapter for Kratos. This is him, leaving his past behind, leaving his past struggles behind, and starting anew in Norse mythology in a beautiful and deadly landscape.
Deadly with an axe. What can we expect in terms of new combat features, new weapons, new actions you can perform with the axe and perhaps with other items?
So right now we're really focused on showing everyone the axe as the featured weapon. And what you've seen, from the demo, we have so much more to show in the future. But we're really excited about the idea that with the axe, you can fight with the axe in hand. You can also throw it out at any time, and throw it at an enemy, throw it at the environment, fight with your bare fists, and then at any time recall it back. And I think that players are really going to look forward to balancing combat with both bare-handed punches and kicks, and then calling back the axe. It's going to be great.
Now on to the sun, and that's like the new main feature. The sun is going along with you the whole adventure, if I'm correct, and then there is some button you call that, right? How does that work?
Sure. So really this game is about a journey and an adventure, and where we really want to explore the idea of the relationship that exists between Kratos and his son. And we didn't want to shy away from just maintaining that in just the narrative, and we wanted to bleed that into combat as well. And so we've introduced the sun button. And what the sun button does is it's one of the face buttons mapped directly to command the sun in combat, to fire arrows at targets that Kratos is engaged with. And this kind of ties in really into the kind of pick up and play feeling that the series is really well known for.
Is these training moments the only moments we're gonna control the sun?
So that's the teaching moments are gameplay moments where you can take control of the sun, and we're going to be exploring other avenues, but we're not revealing too many details right now at this time.
There is some XP and knowledge thing linked to that. How does that work? The whole progression and stuff, and of course there is then some loot and some crafting, some upgrades for your weapons, but that's also for the sun as well, right?
Right. So throughout the journey, Kratos as well as his kid are going to be moving forward and getting stronger and more powerful. And the player, is going to be collecting things and doing experiences which will affect both Kratos and the sun. That's really important for us. It's not that, even though you play as Kratos, a lot of what you're doing involves the sun, and the sun will play a key part in combat.
Mm-hmm. And then about the interface, it looks like really clean. The camera is closer to Kratos, and even the button prompts looks like there's less of them. How do you design the whole interface and interactivity with the game?
So one of the things we're really striving for is to create a very immersive player experience, which is very seamless. And so we're going to be exploring kind of many ways we can kind of maintain that kind of very close but intimate kind of experience for the player, but also very seamless as we transition either to gameplay, to cinematics, to kind of these gameplay moments as well.
And specifically on the camera itself, what can we expect in terms of, perhaps the combat is changing as well because now the camera is closer?
Definitely. I mean, the close camera kind of gives us opportunities for just not only the kind of intimate and personal storytelling, but also it influences combat in a different way, where we're looking at different avenues of how we can use both the camera, but also kind of mold the combat experience.
So now with this new camera system you just mentioned, Of course, God of War is a very cinematic game. So with new camera, how are you trying to keep both the rage and the combat feel and the cinematic aspect of the game?
Yeah, so I think with the new perspective that we have, it also brings a lot of new opportunity, and that's a fun challenge at our studio to work on. And so one of the things that we challenge ourselves to do is how can we make, even one enemy seem threatening and bigger than ever before, and that's when we the way that we approach the troll. And I think when we do that, we find new things. We find that even having it close, you really feel like Kratos is in danger. And so when we approach spectacle and more cinematic moments, we're going to be seeing them in a way that we haven't seen before.
And on this world knowledge thing, you've mentioned that we can choose several routes to approach the levels. How does that work?
So the levels are a lot more open this time around. It's not an open world game, but the levels themselves breathe a lot more. You can explore more, and exploring more will reward you with more things for both you and the sun.
And I was really, really impressed about the graphics of the whole demo, but specifically the face deformation from the troll when in combat. What can you tell us about the technology and the achievements behind the new graphics?
I mean, it's something that at Sony Santa Monica we really strive to step beyond and above and really deliver what players perceive as amazing spectacle that they can't find elsewhere, and we're going to keep doing that with that game. With this game, I mean, again, this is the first time we're showing it, and we can't wait to show more because we have so much more to show in the future.
And we can't wait to play it. When can we expect to play it?
The future, but as of right now, unfortunately, we're not announcing that. But we'll be posting more updates in the future, and can't wait to share that with people.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Now, you are ready.
For what?
A new beginning.